أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون. They are like one who sought to kindle a fire, and as it lit up all around him, God took away their light and left them in darkness, unable to see anything. صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون. Deaf, dumb, and blind, they can never return to the right path. أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين. Or when there is a storm cloud, dark, charged with thunder and lightning, they thrust their fingers in their ears and every thunderclap for fear of death, but God encompasses the unbelievers. يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. The lightning all but snatches away their sights. Whenever it flashes over them, they walk on, but when darkness overtakes them, they stand still. Should God will it, He would take away their hearing and their sight, for God has power over all things. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Mankind, worship your Lord who has created you and those who lived before you, so that you may become God-fearing. الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. He made the earth a couch for you and the heavens a ceiling. He sent down water from the sky to bring forth fruits for your sustenance. Do not then knowingly set up equals to God. وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين. If you are in doubt as to what we have revealed to our servant, then produce one surah comparable to it and call upon all your witness other than God if what you say is true. Sadaqallahul Azim. Allah spoke the truth. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah shower His peace, mercy, and blessing upon you all. I just welcome everyone to the Stand Up for Truth and Justice, and I just share with the few message in Arabic, which was original message which was revealed to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from our Lord, our Creator and Lord of the whole universe, Allah subhanahu wa taala. I just recited in Arabic and also I just gave translation in English, and I am going to share some supporting evidence to make it more clearer to you to understand. So I'm just only long, but please stay with me to have a better understanding. So the main is headline is the enemy within. We note that more space is devoted to the delineation of the character of the third group. So mainly we discuss before there are three groups in the humanity. One is believers, and another one is they don't believe, and the current group we are going to discuss is they are in between, they are not openly uh, not saying they are disbelievers, but they are saying openly they are believing, but internally they are not believing. So I'm going to discuss a little bit more about them. This is because each of the first two types is in a sense simple and straightforward. The first picture shows people with clear vision and honest purpose, while the second paint those moving aimlessly, devoid of guidance. And in the third picture, we see those who are devious, restless, complex, and seek disposition. Its delineation requires more touches and finer details to be clearly and fully defined. A detailed description of this third group also suggests that the role played by the hypocrites in Medina in undermining the Muslim community during those formative years was a very serious one, and that they instigate trouble and instability in that community. It is also an indication of how far reaching a role hypocrites can play in any Muslim community, and that there is a need to expose their activities and maleficent scheming against the Muslim. Further examples are given to add more clarification and expose the nature of hypocrisy. They are like one who sought to kindle a fire, and as it lit up all around him, God took away their light and left them in darkness, unable to see anything, deaf, dumb, and blind. They can never return to the right path. Unlike the unbelievers, the hypocrites did not turn away from divine guidance in the first instance. They did not block their ear or refuse to listen. or understand. They simply elected to turn away from God's guidance after having considered and understood it. They sought the light and saw it, but they did not benefit from it. It was for this reason that God took away their light and left them in darkness, unable to see anything. This is a punishment for their deliberate rejection of God's guidance. Man's senses are meant to enable him to perceive and receive God's guidance, but the hypocrites willfully closed off their sense, rendering themselves deaf, dumb, and blind. Thus, they are no longer able to see the light, nor can they find the right path again. They are lost. Another description of their wavering and loss of direction tells us that, or when there is a storm cloud, dark, charged with thunder and lightning, they thrust their fingers in their ears at every thunderclap for fear of death. But God encompasses the unbelievers. The lightning all but snatches away their sights. Whenever it flashes over them, they walk on, but when darkness overtakes them, they stand still. Should God will it, He would take away their hearing and their sight, for God has power over all things. It is a fascinating sense, full of life and movement, overshadowed by confusion. It is remarkable for the sense of loss, panic, and perplexity it conveys. There is light and sound, dark, stormy clouds bringing heavy rain, intermittent spells of light and darkness, people walking in all directions, not knowing where to go, and stopping abruptly in terror as the light disappears, covering their ears against the piercing sound of thunder that could nigh kill them. Well nigh kill them. The interaction between the various dynamic elements of this awesome scene perfectly reflects the confused and perplexed state of mind of the hypocrites. Their double-faced way of life and their wavering and equivocating attitude towards others. It is a vivid picture of psychological condition of those people, eloquently expressed in the rich, inimitable style of the Quran. Having clearly defined these three types of people, the Surah goes on to address mankind as a whole with an exhortation to seek to be of the pure, constructive, and honest type in order to attain happiness and prosperity. Mankind, worship your Lord who has created you and those who lived before you, so that you may become God fearing. He made the earth a couch for you, and the heavens a ceiling. He sent down water from the sky to bring forth fruits for your sustenance. Do not then knowingly set up equals to God. The call is addressed to all mankind to worship God, the sole creator of all beings. He alone is the creator and he alone must be worshipped. Man's worship of God fulfills a divine purpose, namely to make man God fearing. It is through worship that people can attain the thunderbolt status of believing in and fearing none other than God. Thus, they fulfill their obligation towards the one God. Lord of the living and the dead, past and present, and the soul, sustainer and provider of all that in the heavens and the earth. He made the earth a couch for you. The tone here emphasized the element of ease in human life. Planet Earth has been prepared as a suitable place for living, providing comfortable shelter for men. Long familiarity, however, tends to make people take this ease and comfort for granted and to overlook the meticulous care and balance involved in providing the means to sustain human life on earth. Should only one of the elements necessary for life on this planet fail or run short, life itself would disappear or become impossibly hard, and the heaven a ceiling, solid and well coordinated. Man's life on earth is strongly linked to the skies and what they provide: heat, light, gravity, stars, and planets. The forces that preserve this delicate and coherence and harmony between the earth and the rest of the universe are vital to enable and sustain man's life. It is no surprise, therefore, that this should be mentioned within the context of God's power and grace, emphasizing man's duty to worship and submit to Him. He sent down water from the sky to bring forth fruits for your sustenance. This is a recurring theme in the Quran, especially in the context of reminding men of God's power and grace. Water is the essence of all life on earth. God says elsewhere in the Quran, we have made out of water every living thing, causing plants to grow, running into rivers, forming lakes, permitting the soil to form underground reservoir, then springing out or drill up. Water remains the most vital substance for life. Water is a phenomenon and its rule on this earth are wonder that no one can deny or overlook. To assert God's power and grace, it is sufficient simply to point them out as an example. Two fundamental Islamic principles emerge from this passage. The first is God's oneness as the creator of all things. The other is the unity of the universe and its internal cohesion and its fitness for man and for all life. The earth is stretched out for out ease and comfort, and the skies support their marvelous system above us, while water brings forth crops and fruits to sustain mankind. All this is by the grace of God, the sole creator. Therefore, the surah continues, do not then knowingly set up equals to God. Knowing that God has created us and those who came before us, and knowing that He prepared the earth for us to live on and built the skies above us, single handedly and without a partner or helper, and provided us with water and the water, the essence of life. How can we ever deny Him, set up equals to Him, or worship others as God besides Him? The concept of setting up equals to God, which the Quran frequently and strongly condemns need not necessarily refer to the worship of idols or figurines, figurines or statues normally associated with pagan religious practice and observed by the Arab idolaters. It could very well take other forms, some of which are very subtle indeed. To pin one's hopes on anyone other than God, to fear someone other than Him, to believe that others can bring fortune or cause harm, are all infringement infringement of monotheistic belief, and therefore form of idolatry, or to use Islamic terminology, shirk. The Prophet's learned companion Abdullah ibn Abbas said, setting up equals to God is a subtle form of idolatry or shirk. It is more subtle than an ant stealthily walking on stomach black surface in the thick of darkness. It is when someone swears by something other than the name of God, or believes that dogs or ducks keep the thief away. It is when someone says, by the will of God, the will of man, or were it not God and you. It is also reported that a man once came up to the prophets and said, whatever you and God will. The prophets replied, do you take me as an equal to God? The early Muslims were extremely sensitive and alert to these subtle forms of idolatry. We today have to reflect on our own attitude towards this towards this matter and determine how true and faithful we are to pure and fundamental principle of God's oneness. So I will end here. So I believe it will the message and information I share with you, it will give you some idea in your daily life to take lesson and take an implication in our life, make our life more successful, and especially it will help us to success after the death. So I will request everyone to maybe you can listen maybe from the beginning to end few times and then think about that. And if you like it, please subscribe my channel, or if you don't like it but still maybe uh, this is beneficial for us in this world and after that life, because there maybe we don't understand but it's good for us, and because what was I shared with you that it was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah knows better than us, and He knows what is good for us and what is beneficiary for us. So I hope it will help us and help you to be success in this world and life after that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah shower His peace, mercy, and blessing upon you all.